lake water anymore. But we gave very interesting name to this fish. We call it Rajasthani fish.
Because is it the same American catfish?
Yes, same one. Because all the Rajasthan man's got mushtas and this is the fish with mushtas. So something should suit with the character of Rajasthan.
They are, in my view, completely tasteless. I've had them in America.
I haven't tried, but a lot of people in South India, they do eat this fish.
Well, you'd have to curry it because it doesn't.
Main question comes in the mind of person is why, when and how this town was built. The biggest question is why anybody want to build this beautiful fort and palaces in the middle of desert. The answer is the trade route. So this city used to be part of spice route. All the business was passing through camel caravan, goes from here to Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Turkey and Central Europe. So that's how these all kings built fort here to collect taxes, and that was the source of income. So king was the Jaisal who founded Jaisalmer, and Mer is hill. So if you add these two words, Jaisal plus Mer is Jaisalmer. So those cities end with Mer, it means it's a hilltop town. Mer means mountain. So those cities end with Nair, Bikaner, Gajner, as you visited. It means geographically flat. This was common way to give the name of the towns. And later on, as Islam entered in 10th century in India through this border, any city which is founded by Muslim Nizams, it's end with Bad. So Hyderabad, Secunderabad, you got plenty of example. And then any city which is founded by Hindus, but after Muslims and Mughals, it's end with Pur. So Jaipur, Jodhpur, Udaipur is all after 14th century, but got built by Hindus. So that's how Jaisalmer is second existing fort in Rajasthan. Oldest one is Chittorgarh, which is very close to Udaipur. That fort is in 9 kilometers from 8th century, and this is from 12th century. As they build fort, they need more water, as well as they need to develop a place for caravans to stop. So what they did in 1367 AD, very intelligent king called Gadsi Singh, he chose this place to build an artificial lake. Reason behind it, why they choose, although our rain is 188 millimeter a year, but the water catchment area is huge. So 35 to 40 kilometers, all water comes and flow through this way, so it's built like a reservoir. With the human hand, it took generation to take out the tons and tons of sand, and later on, to save this sand wall, they added some buildings like a dam. So in 2007 or 2008, we had a good rain. Water was that much high, as you see a mark over there. So one good rain, 1 hour good rain a year is enough to fill this lake. That's the miracle. And they added these ghats, which mostly for rituals, bathing, or people comes in early morning, they used to take bathing until 1965. But after, as we got water from taps and canals, nobody used this lake water anymore, so it is just a picnic spot. And as caravans were coming, they get water in the middle of desert like an oasis. So they were using these buildings without doors. We call them camel caravan sarais, inns. Camels can have time. Mostly they were traveling in a day. Night, sorry. They were resting in a day because you can be looted in a day. Rather than night is cooler, you need less water, and cool nights of desert is always romantic. So as it's been developed as a commercial place, it was outside the city wall. They want to entertain people and the guests, so they build these chhatris. What you see, the platforms? Chhatri, it's known as chhatris because it's designed like umbrella. In Hindi, chhatri means umbrella. So it's an umbrella which protect you from sun and sand, or little drizzling in the desert. So these chhatris were decorated with oil lamps and curtains, and guests were sitting underneath the domes, and the dancers and musicians were playing musical instrument on the platform. Even this one, and one platform behind, that was for the queens, where they can have curtains and they can have open bathrooms, like swimming pool. Later on, that's also temple, and from 1800, these are the temples of Shiva. And if you look at this temple, this is also temple of Shiva, but you don't see on the top of Shikara, there's a flag. There's no flag here. It means it's no more active. There's no universal energies there, so it's a body without soul. So it's not an active, but that is an active temple where you
consecrated church.
Yes, something like that. So that's a temple of Shiva, which it's still today. Priest comes early in the morning, and you can chant, and just day-to-day rituals goes on. Last and final interesting building, that gate, which is from 1909, got built by a very famous courtesan, or people called concubine of the Maharaja. As she was a royal concubine, she made a lot of money. And she wanted to keep her name alive in the history of Jaisalmer, so she got built this gate as the biggest inn. But a lot of people were jealous from that lady, because first of all she was concubine, second she was rich. So a lot of people were jealous and they told to Maharaja that this gate is got built by a courtesan or concubine, and if king is passing through this gate, she's sitting on a top balcony. And it's a really bad omen for a Maharaja that he's passing underneath the lady, and second, it's very sinful. That makes Maharaja angry, and of course it touched the ego of Maharaja, and he gave order to his soldiers that in morning you go and demolish this gate. But she was so intelligent, in the night she went, so what she did is she put little statue or tablet of Krishna in the top room. And early morning when soldier came, she told, sorry, this is not a gate, it's a temple. So as she converted diplomatically gate into a temple, she saved her gate. And that shows that ladies are intelligent. I don't know why people say they are not, but I personally believe they are. So that is very good example of that intelligent courtesan. But if we go behind the story, originally nobody can build a gate in one night. So probably it was a permission of Maharaja given to her. But when he saw that this is opposition is making problem, so by itself he gave idea how he can save the gate. Oh, sorry, she can save the gate. So that is politics, what we call. So this is all sandstone, local sandstone, and it's there's a mineral called zircon. Due to zircon, it looks golden, and that's why people call this golden city.
Very awesome.
Yeah, it's enough strong. We got 3 different qualities in this. Most soft one used for filigree work, lattice work. Hard one is used for flooring, and middle one is used for bricks or building like that. So it's the same from different quarries, 5 kilometers from town, and it's the rule of local government, if you build anything you must use this stone. So that's why it's easily available, most photogenic town. So that's about the lake, and now I'll give you 10-15 minutes free. So you just walk through that way on that beautiful platform Chhatri, and from there nice view. And later on, if you want to visit this temple, just take off your shoes and you're allowed to go in. I'll meet you over there through the gate. So Maharaja is not allowed to go. I mean, he feels guilt, but we don't mind to go through. So you just take your time and you're allowed to take. It would be good if you go from that side. The Yoni. North of India is Himalaya. So that's how we know like Muslims face toward Makkah, Hindus face toward north, because Himalaya. Second thing, if you see the photograph of it, it's a story that Shiva, when the mother Ganga is coming from the sky to the earth, the planet Earth don't have power. So he holds Ganges in his hair. So if you see here, this is coming out. If you see bigger photographs, you see this is Ganges. So that's why nobody wants to go over through the Ganges.
Because it is a...
No, as it flows through the lingam and through the yoni, and then it goes toward this side. So it is like Ganges. Nobody is going over through it.
I think that's why you...
Yes, half. That is the reason.
So this is also representing the Ganges?
No, this is moon, Shiva. Actually, these all symbolic things represent different things. Snakes represent our inner energy, what we call Kundalini, and the male and female part is equal. So everybody got equal male and female part, what we call Ardhanageshwar. So every person has active male and active and passive female, and female has active female and passive male. So this is the Ardhanageshwar Shiva, means half. There are different forms of Shiva. So this is lingam, and then drum represent the situation of human mind. This is good, this is not good. So confusion. So as drums confuse like these two sides, that's a drum. And then
the hair coming down like that?
Hairs is like, this is just, actually it's more imagination of destruction, reborn again. As I explained to you, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva is born, what thing is created, live and die. So nothing is immortal. So change is most important thing. So these are 3 main energies. And there are 3 different qualities of people. Either person will be creative, either person will be very organized, either person will be destructive. One will be there. So you should know which you are. If you are creative, then you should do work like that. If you are organizing, you should do work like that. Then you don't feel burdened, because you're born like that. So these are 3 main energies, and then it's divided into like chemistry, physics and biology. Then if you take biology, it goes macrobiology, microbiology. So it's going in detail. Physics got quantum, and then chemistry got different. Yes. So this is those people who put horizontal mark is praying to Shiva. Horizontal marks.
This is the bull.
Bull is symbolizing our body.
Okay.
If you maintain the bull, if you maintain your vehicle, body is a vehicle, your soul can travel more. Because without physical body, you can't have any development. When you go in another body, you will be staying and exist many years in the same level, thousands of years. Then you need a body, and through the body only you can what they felt. So they use carving, architecture, they use paintings, they use folk stories, they use mantras. So these were the 5 ways to pass what you learn to next generation, and architecture is one of them.
This now.
This
Just
half moon.
It's not half moon, but these animals.
This half moon shows that you are incomplete. You are not totally lit up. And these are your greed. Pathless. If you are pathless, you don't know your destination, then you can't be complete. So if you go with the help of Guru, you will be one day moon. And you will connect with universal soul. That is complete.
But this greed you said represent, and the other one?
Same thing.
Same?
Yeah. Actually, it's all outside the main doorways. It is something like before entering into this world, you must know what is your destination. Without that, it's better to stay with the materialism. There's no use of spiritualism.
And who are these?
These are dwarpalas, gatekeepers.
Okay. I thought they were mainly lions that were gatekeepers.
No, there are people also, because they believe they have in their imagination that the paradise got gatekeepers.
Okay.
And they have their names in Hinduism, and it represents something very deeply. Rather than gatekeeper, that means something else.
That is Jaya and Vijaya?
Jaya, Vijaya, yes.
Something.
And the serpents, they represent energy, life energy. Is that because I read in one book I have on Hindu mythology that they are representing the life in water at one time, but now it is on earth. So they're the animal that...
Yes, yeah, no. First of all, according to 9th reincarnation of Hindus, first one is fish.
Yeah.
So as science believe, first was fish. Then second reincarnation is tortoise. So then fish to tortoise can leave earth or sky. But similar, it's the human development. Then it became half human being and man and animal. So human convert into animal into that slowly. So 9th reincarnation shows different standard of being as we are developing each generation. So 10th will come. So actually this snake more represent with the fire, water and earth, because fire and earth or water that we have opposite elements, and it is also like our inner kundalini. Kundalini means a coil.
Okay. Yeah.
Kundalini itself is a coil of energy. So it's a coil of energy. If it's moved like serpent in your line, and it's go up. So that is your inner energy, serpent. So you have to wake up that.
Yeah.
And then light represents your knowledge. Ignorance is the darkness. So if you have knowledge, then you can see what is right and who's right. Without that, you are in dark room and you never know which is the right path.
Is it written for 5 lights there?
Probably it's he get for 1 god, 2 god, 3 god, Ganesh, Shiva, and that. But originally it should be 9 or 9 chakras or 1 chakra. But it seems that he just wanted to go 5th.
Thanks.